Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Miles. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Off the RPO, complete. Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on second and short. Got the quick pass. Breaks into the open. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him. And a nice gain offensively here. And this is...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Vandy.
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they're going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Tennessee's offense will get the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off a defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He'll pull it on the read. Short gain on the play before he slides. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Crossing the 30, he's got to lay it. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. The Commodores are rolling down the field. They'll run the option. They'll leave it with him. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Vols in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And this guy just stays on a roll. He's been getting to quarterbacks and making life really, really hard. He had 3 sacks a week ago, 1 already in this ball game. You better know where he is at on every single snap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they're after him. Got a man. It's Aldridge. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now he's ready to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. They'll run this play from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. On target. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run the toss. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
I think the offense was hoping the defense would be expecting inside runs, so they toss it trying to use the speed to get to the outside, but the defense didn't bite. They were there to make a negative play, and now set up 4th down.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down, they'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right at...
Turning it on! And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go back to the ground. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Well, guys, Vanderbilt has the lead here as the quarter comes to a close. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Rides the back on the option to give. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They'll run it from the gun. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the 1st down, and let's see if they go for it here. And the Vols line up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
Wants to fire on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And the Commodores are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the air on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Mooney. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. Wide open downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Doors.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The Vols are in the hurry-up.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Caught over the middle. It's Mooney.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Volunteers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Mooney. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Aldridge. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to sling it on second down. Pressure coming. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. A really nice run from deep in his own territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 29. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to go up top on first down. A little screen to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nope.
It's a seam wide open, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal. Touchdown, Commodores! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So here is the Tennessee offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Volunteers really need to keep this drive alive on third down.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Snagged in the middle. It's Savage. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I love when my wide receiver sees the coverage, sits it down, understands its zone, runs the curl, catches the ball, and then gets upfield and gets some positive yards.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. With the catch, it's Mooney. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese.
Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
He'll keep it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. The Vols will punt this one away. He's got it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. He might want another play. The toss to the outside. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. And the Commodores in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try the run. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. We're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now. That is a staple of this sport.
Man, really nice job by the defense. Understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice 3rd down stop.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once, converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Finds his big tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to throw again. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown, Vandy. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Aldridge. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Plucks it out of the air. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
This guy is lightning fast. Did you see him come out of the break on the slant? QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Volunteers can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And it's the free safety. He comes in and makes the sack. We don't get to say that very often, usually back in coverage, but you could tell had a little speed there. Go get the quarterback, go get him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They go to the ground.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Might be calling a hot route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Zings it complete to the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. It's complete. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down. The Commodores can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th. Come back. They'll try to open his quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Quick strike through the air for the score. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. The Vols send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Now on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Give to the running back. Got the 1st down and more. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Commodores are on the move. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Commodores come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw it. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Slithers into space. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. Here's the pressure. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And the Volunteers line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll run play action. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football.
Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down and wants more. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Wide open spaces. He's at the 20. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just added their total. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
64, Tennessee, 14.
He'll bring it out. It's Keene. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So here is the Tennessee offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. He'll take it on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse. Fires toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down to throw. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. One more play to pad the stats. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.